But the mathematics simple for Leicester. A win here will take them into the last 16. The ball grabbed there by Joe Hayes.
You've got to say it's pretty good ball retention from Ulster, mixing it up now with the chip.
Well, Morgan it was who slapped it back and just found Carndale. But the referee awards the penalty to Ulster.
He should have come away with that ball, we prevented him.
But the silence impeccably observed, despite the Tigers fans' frustrations. That's one of the great traditions here at Welford Road. Good to see so much of the visiting support.
But tonight's a big night for Nathan Doak too, Martin, because we know Craig Casey's injured for Munster, and a big performance last week in the last game for Nathan Doak against Connacht. He was excellent. He was maybe my man of the match in that game. Another big performance tonight, really puts him in the shot window, doesn't it?
That was another one well plugged out of the air by Dave McCann.
Cut it back in at 22.
There's Morgan. Well, back went Ollie Hassel-Collins, and he got rather in the way of his mates. Well, it's a gift, an absolute gift. Nick Timoney goes in, and I rather think that Ollie Hassel-Collins running back there to take that. He left it for a teammate.
Good kick from Aidan Morgan, height and length. It just lands in no man's land, doesn't it? Ollie Hassel-Collins going back, Andre Pollard not sure whether to come forward, and Nick Timoney, looking at him in the warm-up, he's a proper unit, isn't he? Quick as well, he reacts first, gets the bounce of the ball. And that's a lovely finish.
And he was the player of the match last week. A great sevens background. Pace to burn. Huge physicality, but...
Use!
And Portfleet being told to use it. Parisi. That was Kata.
But player was onside, ball was out. That last phase. Not even.
Pollard presents it for Portfleet again. This the umpteenth phase. There goes Hayes. The tackle count really mounting here for Ulster. Desperate to get their hands on the ball. Pollard surely this time. And now Bassett keeps his feet and his composure. And the Tigers have their try.
And a quality try it is, in fairness. They've been banging and banging and banging the door.
Well, Andre Pollard had a rather disappointing period when he was down at Montpellier. He had the knee problems. But he's taken out a new lease on his career since that World Cup win. Really enjoying himself here in the East Midlands.
Keep up fine, keep up fine.
Montoya has it. Van Portfleet, he wants it. Hassel-Collins up the shoulder. Timoney makes the tackle. Kata, crucial period in the match. Bassett. And for the second time, he's had a mixed 40 minutes, but the ledger will say that that man has scored 2 tries. And now the Tigers find themselves in front.
You can see Kata. He was the man that set it alight with the fend in midfield and kept the ball alive. A really good, powerful maul. Sets a platform for them to attack off. And when they do attack with venom, real intent. And look at that fend, brilliant. Zach Ward can't get across. Telfer trying his very, very best. He was in, but I tell you what, Kata is a handful. The Tongan-born NRL superstar, now here in Leicester colours. He's been the man of the moment tonight.
A rare miss from Andre Pollard, but that brings the half-time whistle, but it remains in the melting. Tigers in possession, 10 metres out. Somebody's lost the boot. Montoya has the ball. He's got his sights fixed on the try line.
8 wide, changing bind.
The arm is out from the referee, so there's the penalty advantage. There goes Van Portfleet. Just a little mix-up in communications there with Andre Pollard.
Still advantage to blue.
It's there with Conduff. Referee confirming he's still playing the penalty advantage. Montoya. Andrew it was with an important tackle. Joe Hayes right in the thick of things there. Catta's waiting for it. There's Catta. And now some space. And this time it's Ollie Hassel-Collins. 2 tries tonight for Bassett. And now Hassel-Collins is onto the score sheet.
Defenders down because when him and Parisi are coming at you, they're so powerful. That little ball out the back to Andre Pollard. A seed out, a line from Freddie Stewart. I think there'll be Rory Telfer will be pretty disappointed with his defence closing, trying to close the gate on Freddie Stewart. Freddie changes his angle, steps in. That's a lovely ball out to Hassel-Collins for an easy finish.
The replacement fly half 20. They are the future of Ulster Rugby.
Bind!
But they're going through a pretty ruthless examination tonight.
Hold it!
At the citadel of East Midlands Rugby. And once again, power from that Tigers scrum. The penalty advantage. There's Catta, Pollard. And now it's like watching the red arrows here with Leicester. Stepping and twisting and scoring. And Ollie Hassel-Collins has seen his mate on the opposite flank pick up 2. And now he's got 2 himself.
With the defence, but the shape again that I spoke about. Catta, Parisi short out the back. The line from Freddie Stewart. Defensively, just on the edge there at 6s and 7s. And then once you're through that outside channel, just saw Zach Ward steps in, doesn't he, and leaves. Ward had his shoulders pointing in and picked the line behind his back, and then you're through and it's an offload, and Ollie Hassel-Collins gets the try, and all of a sudden things are looking pretty rosy for
One in the end proved the winning try against Exeter here last time out. There's his Achukwu.
Okay, out of that blue! Back. Hold.
Clearance from Murphy. Long wait there for Freddie Stewart. Here's Hassel-Collins. Looking for a gap there between Carson and Postlethwaite. Pollard onto Ollie Cracknell. Pollard.
Fine.
There's Woodward.
Good pass.
Bassett slips it inside.
Backwards.
Well, it's been lost and it's been picked up by Leicester. Oh, I say, not everything has gone his way, but Josh Bassett will end the night with a hat-trick.
To the edge. Pollard out the back to Wood. Watch this seat, straight across the front. Puts Bassett in space, drops it on the toe really well, and then you're thinking for all money Ulster should scoop that up. Wonder whether Freddie Stewart touched it, but Bassett stays in the game, stays hungry.
Okay. Keep a
little nutmeg in there as well, I think.
No, ties back on now, take the kick. Yep.
Wonder whether Freddie Stewart touched that there. Either way, Bassett following up.
Completely accidental, but he can't gather because I think he's actually knocked out by the time he hits the ground. And he's still down over there, Martin, in the corner.
Yeah, ball's out.
Ben Youngs. Cross comes Telfer. No problem with the mix that time, although in the end he does lose it forward.
Ripped by blue, play
the
on.
referee says it was ripped by the Tigers, which is why he says play on.
Use.
Cooney. Let him up, and there's Achukwu. Carson. Oh, that's a ball pass. And it's another gift. And Parisi pins his ears back. Picks up his knees. And that time it was a gift to the Tigers. And Leicester are rampant.
They are a handful, both those guys, but again it's another mistake from Ulster. I guess Carson tries to zip one to Telfer, and everybody just looks a little bit more sluggish now, don't they?
Trying to work out what they're doing there. They're going down a blind alley. More defenders than attackers. And Bassett scoops it up, feeds Parisi. Powerful. I know that's a gift from a Ulster error, but you've got to go and score, haven't you?
Well, just for a moment I thought Jude Postlethwaite might be setting up a final score for Ulster. but it proves not to be, and the referee blows his whistle for the end of the match. It's the full 5 points to Leicester. They're up to 11 points.